it's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy, reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. So we are reading November 15th, Benefits of Recovery. So many benefits of recovery. Oh my God, life-changing, game changer. Recovery allows me to see the world through a new lens. It allows me to acknowledge feelings and situations and things that are coming up in my life, acknowledge them and honor them so that I can be done with them, so that I can see my world in a loving, a safe place, see my world as a loving, safe place. In the past, I was, the world seemed scary, the people seemed scary, but that was because of the lens that I was looking through. When we have blockages, when we're not letting things go, they get stuck in us and we get blocks. And then when goodness, which is always love coming at us, it gets blocked because of these stuck pieces inside of us of fear and anger and resentments and shame and guilt and all these things. So recovery helps us clear that so that we can live a free life and live in the moment and present too. So, all right, there are two benefits from recovery. We have short-term gains and long-term gains. The short-term gains are the feelings that we can do, blah, blah, blah. The short-term gains are the things we can do today that help us feel better immediately. So there's short-term stuff. So I can do something today that's going to help me feel better immediately. Go for a walk, self-care, call a friend, talk it out, do a meditation, pray. There's all these things you can do right now that is going to make today better. We can wake up in the morning, read for a few minutes in our meditation book, there you go, and feel lifted. We can work a step and often notice an immediate difference in the way we feel and function. It's because we've changed our perspective when we've done these things too. We can go to a meeting and feel refreshed, talk to a friend and feel comforted, or practice a new recovery behavior, such as dealing with our feelings or doing something good for ourselves and feel relieved, like I was explaining, right? So there's lots of things we can do right now that's going to give us some immediate, great exhalation, a feeling of relief. And there are other benefits from recovery. There are other benefits from recovery, though, that we don't see them immediately on a daily basis or even a monthly. So sometimes we don't see things immediately or on a daily or on a monthly basis. There are long-term gains, the larger progress we make in our life. It's like someone that has a baby and one person sees that child every single day. But there's another family member that only sees that child once every 3 months, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, she's grown so much." So it's those little things that have been those little growths all over time. But it's only when someone looks in from the outside and they're like, they can see this big growth. So being ourselves and having these little things through as we do daily stuff, there's other long-term gains that aren't seen until down the road. So over the years, we can see tremendous rewards. A good way is to look, like I've said this in other videos, I've got this new mountain in front of me and I'm like, oh God, another thing I gotta face and climb and stuff. But I have to remember to look back and go, oh my God, there's so many mountains in the past that I've climbed already. But I'll forget to do that in the moment of stress and panic and struggle, right? So over the years. So yeah, there's tremendous rewards. So when I look back about where I was 5 years ago or 10 years ago, holy cow, there's tremendous rewards in my recovery. So over the years, we can see tremendous rewards. We can watch ourselves grow strong in faith until we have a daily personal relationship with a higher power that is real to us as a relationship. Sorry, hang on. What does that say? We can watch ourselves grow strong in faith until we have a daily personal relationship with a higher power that is as real to us as a relationship with a best friend. I said to some people about a month and a half ago, I said, oh my God, I'm dating God. I started to date God. I was like, I wanted to really build a relationship with God. So we want to build that relationship with a higher power so that it's as real as having a relationship with a best friend. We can watch ourselves grow beautiful as we shed shame, guilt, resentment, self-hatred, and other negative buildups from our past. Watch ourselves grow beautiful. It's from the inside out. So we shed all that stuff. We shed the old shame and we see a new reflection in the mirror. That was my experience. I started to shed stuff and I was like, oh my God, my actual reflection in the mirror is changing. We can watch the quality of our relationships improve with family, friends, and spouses, and watch it or reflect on it. Take a moment and reflect on how you behaved with a family member, a father, a mother, a cousin, an aunt, an uncle, or a coworker, or old bosses in general, or old, a system in some. They like look back, they like reflect and like, oh yeah, I used to do that and this, and I don't do that anymore because I've been taking these steps on a daily basis. So we can watch the quality of our relationships improve with family, friends, and spouses. We find ourselves growing steadily and gradually in our capacity to be intimate and close, to give and receive. So we find ourselves growing gradually in the ability to give and receive. I'm still watching my growth in that. I can easily give, but it's hard for me to receive. But I'm learning. We can watch ourselves grow in our careers, in our ability to be creative, powerful, productive people, using our gifts and talents in a way that feels good and benefits others. Watch ourselves. It's good to reflect. Look back and then go, oh yeah, I've grown so much in the way I deal with friends and family, and how productive I am these days and how creative I am these days as opposed to how I was in the past. So give yourself a little pat on the back is what it's saying. We discover the joy and beauty in ourselves, others, and life. So when we're doing this work, we discover. It was always there, but now we get to discover it. The joy in life, the beauty in others, the beauty in ourselves. The long-term progress is steady, but sometimes slow. Slow and steady wins the race, so that's okay. Happening in increments and often with much forward and backward movement. I remember a woman back like 5 years ago, and I was talking to her. I'm like, oh, got it. And she said, it's okay, because I was stressed about it. It feels like I'm following backwards. And she said, sometimes it's 5 steps forward and 3 steps back, or 6 steps forward and 7 steps back. But you're always, if you look at in the big picture, you've always been moving forward. So back enough days at a time of practicing recovery behavior and piling up short-term gains. So you just pile up the short-term gains day by day by day. You pile up the short-term gains that leads to long-term rewards. Here's your prayer for today. Today, I will be grateful for the immediate and long-term rewards of recovery. If I am new to recovery, I will have faith that I can achieve the long-term benefits. If I've been recovering for a while, I will pause to reflect and be grateful for my overall progress. Oh, this is a little just like pat on the back reading. I don't remember another reading like that. Mwah, I love it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please hit subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're on the journey with me and loving to learn the language of letting go. Namaste.